All right, so welcome, guys. I'm so excited. The week after Summit is always awesome because we're all fired up. We're all excited. There's tons of product launches. There's tons of new, exciting things to talk about. So the biggest thing I want you to do is take some of this energy and this fire that the people that, Jesse and Danielle are talking about tonight, and take that with you, because this is such a, with product launches and new things coming out, and this time of year, especially after we've had a slow couple months, it's so important to find that fire, revisit your why, figure out, why you're doing what you're doing, and just be really excited about it. And I can totally tell that there's been a definite huge shift in our team. The last week, everybody's been so excited. Everybody's been really, knocking it out of the park. And we already have people hitting Success Club. Good job to Ashley for being our coach of the week already. She has like freaking 18 Success Club points, and Heather Shields has 6 as well. So good job to everybody. That's super exciting. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Jesse, and Danielle's going to also talk, and they're going to talk about some summit recaps and just kind of keeping that fire lit, and also going to touch on Super Saturday, which is this weekend. So excited. So if haven't heard about it, haven't talked about it, get yourself to one. And I'm going to let them go ahead and take it away, and just go ahead and unmute yourself, Jesse.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome. So this was my first summit, so I'm super excited to talk about it. And I made us a little PowerPoint because I was training to be a teacher in a previous life. And where is my here? And slideshow. Winner, yay! Okay, so this year's summit was in Nashville, and they started off, telling us about a whole bunch of stuff that's coming out. So we're gonna jump right into that. So August rocks. 1, it's Team Cup, but 2, they're like going crazy and having us like live and breathe it and being able to sell it. So we have a whole bunch of things. All of these listed are on sale with a challenge pack for $140, and then they're also available with a kickstart for $180. Or did I say $140 or $130? $140 and $180. So these will really help us get, I guess, the name of Beachbody out there, and help us grow our Success Club points. So if you want to take a picture of this or whatever, save it to your drive. It'll be good for you to revisit later when you're talking to potential clients. All right, so the first thing that has come up and I've been super excited about is Country Heat. It's available now, in case you didn't know. It launched while we were at Summit. It is on sale as a challenge pack right now for $140, and they also have a kickstart out for $180. The program, when I first kind of looked into it, I guess I didn't do as much research as I thought I had, but it's not a dance program. Like you don't have to be a dancer. I thought it was like a country line dance program, and I actually country line dance, so I was super excited about that. But it turned out to be even better because it's like Zumba inspired. So you really sweat your butt off. I've never ever dreamed that I would sweat as much as I did. So I'm really excited about it. I love it. I'm pushing it, and or I created a challenge group for it if anybody wants to jump in with me. So the workouts are like 30 minutes or less, and they have move breakdowns for any of those people who are a little nervous about trying to do moves on the fly. There's a little section that helps you break it down with each step. I'm really pushing this, and you should really push it to people who like Zumba, or my aunt does jazzercise, things like that, to really get this going. It also comes with the 21-day fix containers, and a really cool little food guide that's like the 21-day fix, but it's updated and has a little more flair to it. So I have listed at the bottom an FAQ if you have any questions that I didn't answer. So the next one, and I'm super excited about this, is Core de Force. Core de Force. I don't know how you really pronounce it properly. So it's coming out on November 1st. We actually got to sample a little itty bit of this during our super workout, and it was amazing. So it's kind of like, it's martial arts, and it has 30, the workouts are 30 to 45 minutes every day, and each round is 3 minutes. So like with 21 Day Fix, how each round was a minute, multiply that by 3, and that's how long you're getting. It's going to be pretty intense. I'm excited. So it's not going to be on the on-demand member library, but once you purchase it, it will show up in your purchase program section, and it'll be good. This is with Jericho, and why am I blanking on the guy's name?
Joel.
Thank you. I was going with Joelle. I knew it was close. But so Joel and Jericho, they were a part of Body Pump when we had that going around. So that will be out on November 1st. The next one is like Fixate Live. It's like a cooking show. It's pretty much Autumn and her brother Bobby, who's like an official chef, and they come on for, they said it was like 5 to 15 minutes for each episode, and it helps you learn how to make other recipes by using your Fixate, or not Fixate, but 21 Day Fix containers. I'm really excited about being able to have more recipes at my disposal. They will have PDFs and grocery lists of all the recipes that they post videos of, so that you can go back and reference them at any other point in time, or print them out or whatever. It is good for people who are vegan, people who are, they have grain-free needs, paleo, they touch base on all different lifestyle choices and eating habits. This is an on-demand exclusive. This is only available on demand. They're not giving it to us in any other way. And I'm not sure what day that they're being posted. I don't think they released that yet. But starting August 19th, well, that's a Friday. So we're going to go with probably every Friday. So that one's exciting. And like I said, it's only for BeachBody On Demand. So they decided to announce that they're starting this thing called the BeachBody Health Bet. And at first it was kind of confusing to me, but after looking into it a little bit more, it actually is pretty cool. So we all have, or in case you don't know, there is a My Challenge tracker app that you can download on, at least on iPhone. I don't know about Android, but I know you can on iPhone because I have it. And through that, you can create challenge groups. And once you create these challenge groups in September, you're able to participate in this, the BeachBody Health Bet. And what your challengers need to do, and what you need to do, is post, they said post photos of like you and your shake, or you working out, a minimum of 3 times a week for workouts, and a minimum of 5 times a week for your Shakeologies. And during these postings, they enter you, or it qualifies you to enter into this giant cash prize at the end. They're starting with a cash pot of $1 million. And for every challenge pack sold, they add another $5 to that. So with all of the challenge packs that we have on sale in this month, September, that's going to be a really big pot of money if you think about it, especially with Team Cup being this month. We're all going to be pushing. So the winners get the pot divided up between each other. So it's not like you're walking away with necessarily, $10 million, but you will get still a large chunk of cash, and, who couldn't use that from time to time. Let me back up. For that, they have to participate with these postings every single week, starting with September 5th and then ending in October 2nd. So all 4 weeks, I don't know the exact dates, but you have to be posting 3 workouts a week and 3 5s a week for all 4 weeks to qualify for this grand prize. So I think that'll be pretty cool for us. They've also developed this 3-week yoga retreat. And Danielle, do you remember if it's free just for BOD or if you have to pay for it extra, including BOD?
I want to say they made it sound like it was included if you had BOD. It was like a free program with BOD.
Yeah, I think you're right with that.
If anybody knows different that was there, let us know. But I'm pretty sure they made it sound like it was free.
Yeah, feel free to chime in. But let's see. It's about exclusive included with it. So April said it's only for BOD. And if you have BOD, then you don't have to pay an extra for it. So the way that they're doing this 3-week yoga retreat is that they're taking it and they're breaking it down into 3 separate weeks and levels. So with your first week, you begin with a foundation level where they teach you the basics of each pose. They teach you, what the terminology is. Because if you've ever tried a yoga class and you've just been kind of thrown into it, it gets really confusing sometimes. And for a lot of people, it gets kind of frustrating. So they're really breaking it down and giving you the fundamentals of it. The next week is entitled Expansion. So you take what you've learned and you expand on it and you grow on it a little bit more. I'll tell you in a second, Brittany. The expansion, you take what you learned and you work on it a little bit more. And then with progression, they give you, they take it another step further and give you more advanced steps and see how far you can push your own body. One of the things that's really appealing to this program is that it's very much just the movements of yoga, and it's where they want you to focus on your breathing and not necessarily things that I know have turned people away from yoga, which is like now connect with your soul and we're going to chant, we're going to say Om, and we're going to go light that exotic candle over there because it looks cool, things like that. It's all taken out of it, and it's just strictly, here's the yoga pose, breathe, move on, whatever. It's done by 4 different trainers. I'm not going to try to say these people's names, but it's by 4 different trainers so that you get a different exposure to the different styles of yoga that are out there, because there are different variations of yoga, just kind of like there are different variations of like martial arts, self-defense type deal. It's released in September of 2016. I want to say it's at the beginning of the September, but it will also have like a meal plan and a couple of other things that are being launched towards the end of September as well. September 1st. Thank you, Danielle. So you can access that through On Demand, and it's another On Demand exclusive. If you have friends who are kind of like, well, I kind of want to try yoga, this might be the thing for them. Get them to sign up excuse me, for On Demand, and here for a shake and there, make it a challenge pack. There you go, winner. So this is coming out. It's going to be really cool. Now on to the next one. Oops. Here we go. Next thing, Ultimate Reset. Darren O'Lean, there it is. Sorry, I was going with Darren Daly and that was wrong. So Darren O'Lean, the guy who is the co-founder or co-creator of Shakeology, he also helped create this Ultimate Reset. They're creating this Ultimate Reset. And like it says, it's a 21-day detox. So it's kind of like 21-day fix, except you are just focusing on detoxing your body and cleansing it. I think that I want to say that Sarah did this recently, or did something close to it recently, but I could be wrong. Anyway, my phone's possessed. I apologize. So it has 3 different phases with meal plans and shopping, and it's meant to positively change your body by means of food. And then he also said like it changed his mentality. This is Darren Aline. It changed his mentality and made him feel better and more like appreciative of what he had, and have just a more positive outlook on life. So it's not just, it is a physical cleanse, but it affects you in other ways as well. And it's, great for people who want to lose weight. I think there is a way that you can do workouts with it, but from what I've read and what I remember, you're not supposed to work out with it. This is just strictly a detox, and you want to focus on that health aspect for your body. There's all the prices listed below at the very bottom of the kit. So this will be, I'm really excited to do this. I'm hoping I get to do this sometime soon. Oh, sorry. Why is it changing? There it goes. Okay, so BeachBody has gone reality TV. I'm not going to lie, I kind of rolled my eyes when I saw this, but I think it's going to be absolutely hysterical and amazing. So they're looking for the next super trainer. And when they showed the preview of it, it made me laugh because it kind of made me think of like Real World meets fitness. It was some of the people they've picked for this are going to be wonderfully entertaining. But pretty much they're looking for the next super trainer. All of these trainers, plus like Sagi Kalev and maybe Shanti, I don't remember. Maybe Shanti will be on it. And as well, Melanie Mitro, who was the top coach for the 2015 year. She is also going to make a guest appearance. And pretty much what they're doing is they're going into levels of competition, and they're trying to make their own, I want to say it was a 20-minute workout. So it's really, I think it's going to be hysterical. I'm really excited for it. And what BeachBody is doing is they're releasing it on BOD. They release that 1 week before it airs on TV, and they continue to do that each week. Our first week, I didn't write it down. Our first week is in August, so it's coming.
It launches on the 8th on BOD.
Awesome. Okay, so it launches on the 8th. There that is. It launches on the 8th and on BOD. And then the following Monday, so on the 15th, it will launch on Pop TV. I think he said it was like the TV channel listings that we used to have. So it'll be on there. And I encourage everybody to watch it. I think it's going to be really entertaining. So I'm excited. So we're going to go into a recap of Summit this year. This was my first summit. This was Danielle's first summit. This is the first summit for a lot of us. I don't remember how many people went last year or who all went last year, but excuse me, a lot of us in this picture, this was our first summit. And it was super duper exciting. Thanks, April. This is like absolutely exciting. And I still can't believe that I went. Like it's still a dream to me. So Danielle, Danielle, where'd you go? Just kidding. We're not going to start with Danielle. We're going to start with me. I'm going to give you guys like my biggest takeaways. And it was really a lot of things that hit home for me. And it was everything that Melanie Mitro said was like gold to me. It was nothing that I hadn't heard before. I'd heard all of it, like every single little detail aside from a couple of her quotes. And it all came from the trainings that we've had and from, our uplines and things like that. But my biggest takeaway was that you have to believe. And it's really simple and it's really basic, but it's really true. I mean, I've been a coach since October of 2014. And I've been saying since day one, yeah, I want to do this, but I never believed that I could achieve anything. I've always had this self-doubt, and it's just having Melanie Mitchell said that, like, I just burst into tears. I was a hot little mess over there in the corner. Like, it was incredible. And the other big takeaway that I had was she said, nothing is going to be handed to you. You have to work for it. Again, simplest quote in the entire world. And she said it, and it smacked me in the face like a ton of bricks. Like, it was insane. Like, I'll sit there and I'll get one aspect ready, and then, I'll let something else fail as far as my business is concerned. And it's, it takes work. This isn't going to come overnight. This isn't going to just be like, ding, there it is. Woo, we're all good. And it's going to take some time. And, April said that to me. I don't know how many times. She'd probably be a millionaire if you paid her how many times she said that to me. But for some reason, when Melanie said it, it just kind of smacked me in the face. So Danielle, you want to jump in and talk? I'm talking to you because you're over here on my screen. But, Danielle, do you want to jump in with your biggest takeaway?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it was kind of the same that you said. It just, the whole environment, like, you can't even put the environment into words because it totally changes everything. And I mean, we love April, and you can hear her say the same thing over and over and over. But you get into a group of 25,000 people and have Carl tell you, and it literally brings you to tears to just see how amazing this company really is. And I mean, and even Jason now is like so on board, and he's like, shouldn't you be working? Because they announced like the Elite 10 trip is in Italy. And he's like, well, I want to go to Italy. Shouldn't you be working? What are you doing so that you can go to Italy? And he's like, did you work out today? You have to be a product of the product. Carl said you have to be a product of the product. So, I mean, it was great for him to kind of see the whole culture. And I really loved how they enforced the hard work. This is not a get rich quick. You have to put the work in. It's long-term income. It's really a business. And just be patient, put the hard work in, and everything's there for us. It's just, how hard are you willing to work and how much are you willing to sacrifice? And that, I really think, was what kind of hit home for me, because I knew it took hard work, and I knew, but I just came home with so much more drive. And I mean, I've gone to bed at like midnight every night because I'm like, why? I want to do this real quick before I go to bed. Well, I want to do this real quick before I go to bed. And it's 4 hours later, and I've gotten so much done. So I really don't know how to explain it other than, like, you have to be there to understand it. It's amazing.
Yeah, and I agree with everything that Danielle said. It was just, I guess the people who said it, and then they had Gary Vanderchuck there, and he was just like the biggest reality check and slap in the face. And Danielle mentioned patience, and he was like, all of you could do this, but most of you aren't going to, because you're not patient enough to put the time and the effort into it. And that was just kind of like, oh, well, that shut me up. So who else is on this call? Hey, Ashley, Avery, Marla, anybody else want to jump in with your biggest takeaways from Summit this year?
I will. I'll say something. Can you hear me?
Yep, we hear you.
Okay. I guess along the same lines, like I remember the first seminar I sat in, I was like, oh, April could totally get up here and do this. It's everything I read every single day. And then as like I was listening, I was like, all right, everyone's gonna say something like a little different. Let me, see how they are gonna say it. And as I sat through each seminar and each workshop, each coach had a story, and even though each story is like unique and it had something to do with them, you kind of relate to them. You're like, and at one point I was like, oh, my story is so specific and no one is going to feel the way I feel. You kind of relate to these people and you're like, okay, well, if they could do it, I could do it. And then they just, I don't know, you feel like, before someone, I was like, oh, not feeling like this is going to ever work out. And I was just kind of feeling really discouraged. And like, since then, I just feel like it's like been like such like a smack in the butt that's like gotten me like really motivated. And I mean, when I signed up, I was like, oh, I'm just doing this, because I want my shakes, for 25% off. That's great. But now it's like completely changed me. Like the guest speakers like blew me away. The keynote speakers, like just everything. It was just really amazing. And I signed up obviously for next year while I was there. So it was a really great experience. And then finally meeting, everyone that I always see like online was also really awesome. So it was just I feel like I took away a lot this time. So it was good.
Definitely. I agree with absolutely everything that you said. Marla, Ashley.
$8:30.
I love too when Gary was talking and he kind of did like the reality gut check and basically said, most of you will not succeed at this because you are not patient enough. And like the whole room got quiet and he was like, yep, that's what I thought.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, he is not afraid to call it like it is. And I think that was the gut check a lot of us needed to hear, because I think so many people think it will come easy. And the coaches that got to the top had some special secret sauce. And I know for me that like it hit me in the gut where I needed it, because I definitely have more oomph.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's everything you said. It's right. So, Marla, you've unmuted yourself.
I finally figured out how, yes. My biggest takeaway from Summit is just to kind of get over the insecurities and just get out there and do it. I pretty much was never really doing anything other than posting my working out journey, which that I'm completely comfortable with. So it's everything else that I've always had the issue with. But since I was so uncomfortable with it, I never did it. And that's probably definitely my biggest takeaway, because now I just kind of figure just jump all in. And if they don't like it, they don't like it. And that's fine.
Yeah, and if you guys just want to go to Marla's page and check out how many amazing posts she's made just since Summit alone, your posting is like a total like 180, like Danielle just said, and I'm so proud of you. You've been awesome.
I appreciate it.
The one thing I would make sure you do, because I just see some of your posts on my newsfeed. I need to go to your page. Just make sure you're still doing personal stuff, stuff like the baby and, things like that. But I think you are still doing that too. So, and that's the one thing is like we get home from events and sometimes we want to be like, join my challenge group, join my team, here's this. So you want to make sure that you're doing a fair share of everything, but I just am loving the energy from everyone. It's been awesome.
Does anybody else want to jump in with their takeaways, or are we ready to keep moving? I will take your silence as a move on. All right. So last slide, yay, live events next year. Summit is in New Orleans. Okay, let me say that again. Summit is in New Orleans, the place where they hold Mardi Gras. It's like the biggest party city ever. Go. Just flat out, just go. We do have a great time while we're there. We learn a whole bunch, and like April has said and like Danielle have said, this changes things for you. And I can be a personal test to that. This Summit completely changes your outlook on coaching, your outlook on your business, everything, all of it just flip. So from now until then, we have Super Saturdays. Go. You need to go to them. Just go. Super Saturday is actually this weekend. It's on, if you actually do a Super Saturday, it's on the 6th, but really we just have like super weekends because the one in Maryland is, I don't know, I guess we're just super special and we think we're cool. And we do them on Sundays. I don't get it. So Super Sunday for me. Woo! But that, if you think about it, that also allows you to travel and to go to different places and meet different people. And one of my biggest fears as a person, I'm petrified of people. People scare me. But every single Beachbody event I've gone to, I've felt at home. And I don't know how else to describe that. Like I feel okay with walking up to some person, tapping them on the shoulder and be like, hi, what's up? Everywhere else that doesn't happen ever. So you can check out the website I have listed on there, Team Beachbody Coach, blah, 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 Super Saturday. It'll be awesome. Go. It's worth it. They have these quarterly, April? Quarterly? Okay, quarterly. So the last thing that we have on our list is the New Leader Conference. And this thing, I'm not very, I have to refer to my notes because I'm not very good with this one. But this is for people who are 2-star and up. And you have to advance to 2-star between January 1st of 2016 and December 28th of 2016. If you are already a 2-star or higher, you get a cute little ticket and you get to go. And this is on this coming year. It will be on February 24th and February 25th. You have to be a 2-star diamond qualifying or 2-star diamond. One or the other. I'm kind of looking at April's face and I can't read what she's saying. But
I don't have it in front of me, but you have to be 2-star. There's a certain date that they set it. I want to say it might be like October or something.
It's November 24th.
November 24th. Okay. So you have to be 2-star and then you need a certain amount of, do you need a certain amount of elite points to
30.
go? 30. Okay. And then if you get more than 30, there's a certain number you can even get your hotel paid for. So I was able to go, I had my hotel paid for 60. Okay. So you need 60 for your hotel. Sorry, I don't have any of this in front of me. And honestly, that was one of my favorite training events to date, because Summit is awesome and it's so much fun. The only thing is as you are a coach for a longer time, you've heard it all and it's still awesome being in that positive environment. And I had so many ideas running through my head and it really, kind of motivated me and I got that fire back. But it was not a ton of here's how to be a good leader. And so it was more so how to run your business. And, so that's what I really love is because they really dig deep on a whole new level. They realize you're a 2-star, you have a successful team underneath you. You're looking for how to duplicate your success. And that's really what it was all about. You got to work out live. We got to try the first 22-minute hardcore live with Tony. Nobody else had even got to try it yet. It hadn't come out yet. They just spoiled you with gifts, and it was just so much fun. And then top coaches are there teaching you how they are a leader too. So you're getting more information from them than you get on their YouTube trainings and other things, because they're really digging deep into, okay, you got here, now how do you duplicate that, like I said. So it was really awesome. Set your goals for that. New Leader Conference is January of this year, and it'll be in California again. And the next step is leadership, and that is yearly. So you can only go to New Leader Conference once. And so if you miss your chance to go this time and you go to leadership, you don't get to go to the New Leader Conference. So if say you didn't hit your 2-star in time, but you hit 5-star in time to get to leadership, you would go to 5-star, but you don't get to go to new leader conference. So get there so you get to go to both of them. And it's a ton of fun. But yeah, it's like a whole new level of training. It's a ton of fun. You're surrounded by successful people. I was brainstorming with people. That's how I got some people to host some of our team calls. You just are, I was talking to people that were Lindsay Matway's personally sponsored coaches, and I was picking their brain, and then they had no idea about Instagram, so I was sharing with them. So it's a really, really cool networking thing too.
Okay, so basic idea: live events. Go to them. You learn things and you hear things in different ways that you don't get when you're necessarily listening to a team call, and sometimes it doesn't sink in once. You have to keep hearing it before it actually smacks you in the face and makes the real impact that it needs to. So that is actually all that I have for you guys. I don't know if April has anything further, but thanks for hopping on and talking with us and paying attention to my rambling. If you guys want this PowerPoint, I can find a way to get it to you. Just message me or get in contact with me in some way, and I will send it to you. So there we go.
Thank you guys so much for hosting. I wanted them to do it too, because I missed most of the announcements too. So I was kind of relearning myself everything today. So I can't wait to see who all is coming to Summit in 2017. I already am looking at booking a venue for Wednesday. Everything starts on Thursday. So just plan. I had some people that came in on Thursday and they were so rushed and they were so stressed. So just plan to definitely be there Wednesday, and if not earlier. We will probably go earlier, make it a week, have fun with it. So, if you didn't get a hotel yet, they will open up. Don't freak out. I'm also looking into doing an Airbnb. I might do that just to be nice to have a kitchen and things like that. So yes, just know that Wednesday night will be our team event, and have that on your calendar so you have to be there Wednesday night, and I will fill in the details about where and when and all that good stuff, but it's going to be fun. So, and congrats, Tanner, for being married. We missed you at Summit. Yay. She had a good excuse. So, thank you guys so much for hosting. And then I posted in the group a sneak peek live template. Me and my 4 Team Cup girls are doing that tonight, and they're all like, seriously, I'm just sitting here laughing. They're sending me messages and they're like, April, I'm going to puke. April, I'm seriously going to puke, because I'm making them go live in an event, and they're all like brand new coaches, and we're going to do it, and it's going to be awesome. So I have the exact template of how to do it. I challenge you and your Team Cup team to do it this coming week, and do a live 1-hour event. And that doesn't matter if you're scared or not. There's a total template to say exactly what to do. So go out there and do it. And I will, if you guys have any questions, just post on our team page. I will get this recording up as soon as I can. And then if you have any other questions, we'll talk to you soon.